Hey everybody, welcome back. I've been gone for a little bit. Thank you for coming back. This is going to be another fencing video. If you like the fencing videos, that's great. If you want more juggling and magic, let me know. Put it in the comments below. Anything you guys put in the comments, I will do my best to reply to because it's sort of like a long form conversation that way. Like and subscribe as YouTube likes that stuff. This video I'm going to be putting a blade on a weapon. I'd like to thank Triona for getting me the weapon and the blade separately in separate instances. This was a Christmas present that only just got to me now, thanks to the post office. So, here we go. Okay, this is my box. This is what I use to put in my fencing gear, to keep stuff, and really was the intent of this video to begin with. It's a Cambro box. It's for food storage, so it keeps things fresh, like your fencing equipment. Yay! A pen, always good. This is a armor repair kit I won in a tournament somewhere. It's for heavy weapons, so it has like rivets and nuts and bolts, but it also has a piece of paracord, a needle, wax thread, button, stuff like that, and I won it, so I threw it in here. Multi-tool of some sort. This one has like the vice grips on it, and a knife. Also has a screwdriver in here somehow, which I never use, obviously, because it's pretty grody. Nope. My question is, how do you hold the nut and screw this bolt at the same time? I don't know. Really, it's for the pliers. This is macrame cord. I have some of this on my mask to hold down the back of head protection. I have a hard back of head protection. This is what I use to lace that on with, so that helps repair that. A couple of rust erasers. When you open these things up, you may want to get a Ziploc bag and put it back in. Usually I would have some towels with some WD-40 or some lubricant also, which isn't in here because they get really gross. Keep those in like a Ziploc bag separately. Tape. I will talk about tape quite often, I think, but it's good to have tape. This is a standard electrical tape. Eye protection. Just because. If you don't have it, that's when you need it. Thread with a needle. There's another needle floating around here. There it is. There's a straight needle, and then there's a embroidery needle, not an embroidery needle, upholstery needle. The curved kind. Because when you need to make the repairs, you don't know what you need to repair, so make sure you have that. Sharpie. That should be self-explanatory also. There should be a pad of paper in here. Unfortunately, that's not here. Couple extra points. This is what we're in this box for. Some Max Wax, dark wood. This is blade wax to keep your blade from getting grody. Max Wax, wood, leather, rust inhibitor, moisture repellent. Basically keep your stuff from getting gross. And if you wear eyeglasses, guys, or you know somebody who does, these things are relatively cheap, and throw it in your bag. So that's the kit that I carry. This is not the stuff I carry for when I'm marshalling. That's separate stuff. This is just stuff that travels around in my fencing bag when I'm just going to go fencing. Okay. This is what I went digging for. Bird blunt for the end of the sword. As of right now, the East Kingdom has gotten rid of the need to have a washer in your point. Do check with your kingdom. This is not an official video of anybody of any nature. So before you go doing things, check with your local marshal. With that said, I actually think there is a washer in these things. I pretty much will be putting washers in them, whether it's a rule or not, because that extra quarter of an ounce to help prevent something, it's not hurting me too much. You know what? There might not be a washer in there. Yeah, I'm going to put it on for point control anyway. Again, doesn't have to by the rules anymore. Now, when you tape your weapon, what you don't want is a point rolling around in there. So I'm going to tape a little bit of a ball around the end. Not ball, but a thing around the end. The thinner tape is kind of good for that, I think. It doesn't really matter. I'll use this. And if there's a lot of difference between the tip, like if your blade is really wide and you need to fill up, sometimes you might want to take and put like a loop of tape on each side of the blade to help make it more round. This blade is pretty pointy, so I'm not really worried that much about it. Internet Gold, watching me wrap a blade with tape. I'm sure you're thrilled. So what's in your go-to box? Do you have one? What's in your bag? When you go, I put too much on. Like I said, I don't need much. And there we go. I want it to be snug because I don't want it rocking around in there. That's a little better. Although I just pushed, a lot of the tape just came down on it. There we go. Now it doesn't move. Ah, that worked better than I thought. Good. Now when you tape your weapon, make sure your tape and your tip do not match. So this is a black tip, which I don't like, and I will replace it. I would rather have a colored tip. But anything but black on this tip, that's super important. I'm going to use the blue because it is wider. Those little tape things. And you need to make sure that, okay, as with most rules, check your kingdom. But for the most part, you want to be able to see the tip of the tape, or tip past the tape, and then tape it down onto the blade so it holds. And then back up again. Remember, at least part of this tape job is to make sure that you don't have a ledge behind your tip. That when you go past your opponent's weapon and you pull back and it comes across their guard and you have a hook on the end of your sword to pull your tip off, that's not so good. So make that a nice little ramp that you're not. And there we go. Still a little bit of wiggle. I'm going to put a washer in there later, but this is for the sake of making a video. Boom. There's the edit right there. Oh, And so now I'll be able to reach you. If you have any questions, if you want to see more videos about fencing, or if you want to see more videos about juggling or magic or any of that stuff, leave it in the comments below. Thank you very much. Stay safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you guys later.